There's one thing in your skincare routine that you may not even know you're missing, yet it is a crucial part that I get all my clients on, that I myself use. What is that? Stay tuned. That's coming up next. Welcome back. Christine Byer here, licensed esthetician for 22 years. And on this channel, we talk about your skincare journey because it's never one thing that makes your face look better. It's a whole combination of things, including massage, multitasking products, and devices. And so we're going to be talking about number 2 of that, and that is multitasking products and ampoules. So ampoules is sort of a Korean term that came along, and ampoules are basically super powered serums, right? So we've heard, okay, we need a moisturizer, we need sunscreen, cleanser, maybe an exfoliant. Yes, an exfoliant. And what else do we need? A serum. We need a serum, right? But what if that's not cutting it? What if we want something more? Then we move on to ampoules. So basically, these are supercharged serums. And so if you look at an ampoule, you will see that it's not all water. It's basically all a whole bunch of hyaluronic acid or a whole bunch of skincare ingredients that your skin needs, and in high volumes. So for example, the newest rejuvenating ampoule, this is from Dr. Esty. All these products are from Dr. Esty. There are actually 2 more of Vita C and the MGF. And I use all of these. I love to sort of rotate through my ampoules because then I know I'm getting the most powerful treatment every time I put them on my skin. I'm not just sort of going through the motions. I'm getting almost a facial-like experience with the amount of nutrition I'm putting on my skin every time I wash my face and do my skincare routine. Certain ampoules do certain things. This really has a lot of Korean influence in it because they started talking about ampoules, I don't know how long ago, but they're very popular in Korea. So that's the difference between serums and ampoules. They're really going to give you just a more bang for your buck for every application. It's like what we put on here in the treatment room to our clients. That it's so funny. Everything that I do in my treatment room is coming out into the home studio where you're using these at home to get the greatest effect, because who wants to just slap a bunch of stuff on their face that doesn't really work? You want stuff that works. But I get the question all the time, what is an ampoule? Which ampoule do I need? So I would say if you're wanting to work on pigmentation, Dr. Esty's Vita C ampoule, it's almost like a multivitamin for the skin, packed with hydration. The Vita C, love that. If you suffer from acne or very sensitive skin, Azaline ampoule is wonderful. And these all have goat's milk extract. They have, like this one for example, the Hyal. This is 5 different weights of hyaluronic acid. So if your skin is just parched, you live in the desert, this is wonderful for it. And ampoules work in a slightly different way. They're applied. Some ampoules are applied in a different way than serums. So the way I like to do this, I like to apply 1 or 2 drops and then I'll go in. You spread it a little bit, but I like to pat it in. This is a very Korean way of applying products. Pat, 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 pat. And it feels good. Brings a little circulation. This is almost called tapotement, which is a type of massage we do. I don't do it very much because I'm doing all facial contouring massage in my treatment room because I'm trying to really change things. Although tapotement is nice. It's like, it brings circulation to the very top, tippy top of the skin, helps products absorb. As we get older, what happens is we lose not just regular circulation, but with that microcirculation. So that circulation to the tippy top of the skin, that starts to recede a little bit. Circulation in general slows down. This happens over the decades. That's how we would apply. That's how it's sort of different from a serum. I feel like serums sort of go straight into the skin. These are so hydrating. It's almost like you can rub a little bit, but you do want to pat. You want to pat and get that nice even application, get a little blood flow going. And that's just, it's such a Korean way of applying a ampoule. I love it. So what else? The EGF, which is a bestseller. It contains snail mucin filtrate, 9 different peptides. It's very anti-aging. It's very hydrating. It's super powered. All of these are up there in levels of regeneration as, say, for example, neogenesis, maybe the booster. It's going to be up there. Depending on what your skin needs, we can adjust. If you want some brightening, you can do the Vita C. If you want overall anti-aging and sort of deeper hydration, you can do the rejuvenating ampule. If you live in the desert and you want to do like a 7 skins, which is the Korean way of, they'll wash their face, do a little exfoliation, and then force in 7 different serums, or usually not serums, but essences. But it's great to do this because then you wake up and you look like you've had a facial. Actually, the night before, you look like you've had a facial. When you first do it, you look amazing. Bombing the face with hydration until it just can't hold anymore. And that is called 7 skins. I've talked about this on my channel before, but it's a fantastic way, just sort of resetting the moisture balance in the skin, especially if you just recently got a sunburn or the wind's been blowing and you're out in the desert. Yeah, so this is wonderful, wonderful. So depending on what your skin needs, Ampoules are super powered serums to get you to your skincare goals faster. We've brought a lot of Ampoules on recently in the last year or two that I am just adoring for my summer skincare routine. So there you have it. If you ever wondered what the difference between a serum and an ampoule is, now you know. Ampoules are like super powered serums, and ampoules would be put on right after you cleanse. I think the only exception to that would be probably neogenesis serums. I would really rather have those on first because they are so powerful, and then you would put this on next, and then you would put your Cavi or what other moisturizer you want to put on, and your skin will look luminous and plump the whole day. Then you can put your makeup on top. It's just going to look gorgeous. You're going to be so saturated. Thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye now.